We got a special guest in the building, y'all. All the way from New York. Dead ass B. We got Nation Hip Hop. What's good with you, bro? So look,
What's good,
the reason
man?
why this guy caught my attention. Anybody that's under attack from women from speaking their mind, I gotta get him on the show because we can relate. We go through the same thing, similar with, we say one plus two equals three, and the woman in the comments go, nah, you said four. So we're always being critiqued and words taken out of context. I feel like he's a great guy to have on the show and kick some game to the young blue pill beta simps who are trying to go into the more alpha masculine role. Controversial or not, but we're getting feminized,
Right, right. It's
being
attack on
feminine.
masculinity. Absolutely.
We're being feminized, man. So like I feel like it's men need voices like Nation Hip Hop's and Minds that's gonna speak up, speak out, and get people going. So hey man, real quick, this little introduction of why you got on the app, who you are, age, if you want to talk about that and continue. Yeah.
All right, all right. Well, my name is Khalid. Yeah, that's all y'all
Khalid.
need to know.
Okay,
Just
Khalid.
Khalid.
Nice.
That's my official name, but you can call me KB.
Okay.
Nation Hip Hop is the name that I decided because it's the name that I had on Instagram for
Okay,
years,
makes sense.
for like years now. Um, I am a family man. I'm a professional fighter. I am
Nice.
I am a God-fearing man, and I am clearly red pill.
Ah, yes, dude. Yes, absolutely. Hell yeah. So, man, so what made you want to hop on the TikTok app? Because I know for most people, when I asked them this question, it was like, hey, I just thought it was like a place for 14-year-old boys to shake their hips, and it wasn't like a place for me. Like, what made you want to hop on the app and
No,
start
no.
getting
So last year I had started a YouTube channel. And see, I'm very
good?
ambitious, and anything I put my mind to, I feel like I can definitely do. I think
Absolutely.
one of the main issues with me in particular, that I've been working on is consistency. So
Yes.
I decided said, you know what I said? I heard that people were getting going viral on TikTok, and they were actually
Just
paying people.
one
So I was
video.
like, let me get on here and see what it is. But I focused more on the YouTube thing, and I got up to like maybe 4,000 subscribers.
That's
Then
fantastic.
like it was really hard because I was doing like conspiracy videos, and with
Ah,
YouTube
okay.
they were shutting me down. They were just like, you know what, this is really hard to keep up, and I was putting a lot of time into those
True.
videos. So, but then one day I was just on TikTok, and I was just, I was like, let me do this, and I stopped for a while TikTok because I was focused on YouTube, but then it was like I'll talk on YouTube for a bit. And one day I just decided to say like really what's on my mind because I've been this way, you
Gotcha.
know. So that's basically how I got into that.
Gotcha, man. I was kind of the same way, like with YouTube. I thought I wanted to be. Okay, my world, YouTuber is more respected than TikToker, right? So I wanted the respect as a YouTuber, not a TikToker. So I
Right.
think a TikToker, again, I think of people moving their hips and dancing to Renegade. Like that's not who I was trying to be under the umbrella of. I want to be under the, my thing was comedy. I want to make comedy skits and have fun.
Right.
But it wasn't working. I was making videos, especially during quarantine, every single day, getting like 12 views, 80 views. Like, dude, this is not worth it.
So that was me. Like that's how I just, and I think as men, a lot of men who are driven have that. I'ma just keep drilling this
Yeah,
shit
keep
till you
going.
make that type of mentality. And that's a real life mentality. You'll get
True.
success like that, but sometimes it's more of a, what's popular,
The
what people
algorithm on TikTok is very fair. It gives you a
have.
chance to grow. The fact that I was able to go from zero to 140K in 4 months is like that's unheard of. That's unheard
Absolutely,
of.
absolutely.
So I agree. So man, now we're just gonna jump honestly right into it.
Do it.
I went onto your page and I tried to find videos where they're attacking you. The first video that came up was 50-50 girl. 50-50 girl say, hey, look, why do men think this is 50-50? You spoke your mind. You got a
Right.
lot of backlash. Oh, some praise. So talk about that video and like, what were your thoughts and stuff like that?
Well, when I first saw the video, I just got disgusted, and because you have this girl, right? And she was and I
What
don't
she
even
got?
I don't even think it was her audio, but she was a fairly, I'm not gonna lie, she was a fairly decent looking
Yeah,
girl.
she was above a seven.
Yeah, yeah, she was a fairly decent looking girl. But my whole thing was, it's like, my problem is, your females, they think they can just come to the plate, right, with themselves, and
Not
think they have
enough.
nothing else to offer. So I'm just like, what the fuck are you bringing to the table? Go ahead,
Nothing.
can we curse on here?
Yeah, encourage. But don't be OD, but yes.
Yeah, so I'm just like, yeah, because I don't want to get kicked off my live anyway. So I'm
Yeah,
just like,
true.
what are you bringing to the table besides, sex and your pretty looks? Because you have to bring more to the table now. Me, with my understanding, I'm not saying, listen, even if a guy, and it's okay, like if you want to be that man and take care of things, right?
Sure, go ahead.
You have to at least bring more. Like you have to at least acts of servitude. Like meaning, for example, if I take care of everything, um, can you take care of the laundry? Can you like for example, one of the girls I talked to, I had her go clean my robe. She even suggested, she was like, "You want me to do something for you?" Because when we go out, I pay for everything. I make sure she's good. Are you hungry? I feed her. And not trying to just necessarily be arrogant, but it's just like you got to offer something. If you're not paying for nothing, you got to choose which one you want to do. You just can't come. You have to have some type of value.
And the speaker to piggyback off that, what happens
Mhm.
is beautiful women have this mindset because a lot of men have pedestalized them, right?
Right.
Where they like the men had the mindset, you know what, you just showing up is good enough, and they get in that mindset. Well, the last five dudes I was with, all I did was just get pretty. That's all I had to do. I didn't have to do any type of laundry, cooking, and do anything. Rub the feet, rub the back. And I did none of that. Just showing up pretty was enough. So when they meet a man who goes, "No, this is my program. Get with it or get lost." They go, "Well, who made you? Who are you?" Because they've never had a guy who had a spine who
Right.
to stand up to them before. Because most pretty girls don't really face much resistance.
Exactly. And it's a pretty privilege. It is a pretty privilege.
Oh, for sure, facts.
And the crazy part about it is it's like with guys who act like that. And I understand like some guys they don't have game. And that's really what it is. They don't have game. So the
True.
first thing they do, they lead with their money. And when they lead with their
Yeah,
money, they don't understand they're falling into transactional sex. So
absolutely.
it's always going to be this condition of, okay, if I give you sex, what are you doing for me? You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to fall into that. And then it just creates so many problems.
Yeah, man, whatever you validate yourself with is what people will want from you the most, that's facts. So I lead with my personality, like personality over everything. That's what I'm leading with. Our first date, we're just grabbing a drink. I'm spending $20 and then we're calling it a date. I tell guys, whatever you make an hour and you're hanging out for 2 hours, that's what you spend it. So if you make $8 an hour, bro, you better be
So
not
so
going too
so
crazy.
I have a question for you. Well, how do you feel about paying for first dates?
Listen, if I offer to take you out, I have no problem paying
Right.
for it because where we're going, I know the prices, so
Right.
we good, right?
Right.
I
That
ain't
big
going. I ain't going where she wants to go. This is my date. I'm the one driving. I'm the one paying. So we're going where I want to go. And
right.
where the blue pillars get messed up is they want to impress the woman so bad. It's, oh, where do you want to go? And she's
Right.
like, shit. Since you offering Ruth, Chris, since you,
Trap. It's a trap.
so it's like go where
Absolutely.
you want to go, man.
No, no. See, that's the thing. What like so another guy that I usually listen to on YouTube, a guy named Matt. I forget his last name, but he goes
Okay.
by Matt. He's a white guy.
Okay.
Definitely, he said he's been in the game for a minute. Now, one thing that he preaches is on the first date, at least the first to 1, 2 dates, you should pay. And the reason he said that is because it's just he's a little more traditional side, but he's super reputable. So he's like, first date I'll pay. That's fine.
Got you. Yeah.
But then AMS says he was like, what you want to do is you go on that first date, but kind of like you said, you don't want to go somewhere too expensive. And I agree with that personally because I think that I don't want to invest too much in this girl. I don't know.
Exactly. This girl can
No,
just go back to her ex tonight.
exactly. And that happens a lot too.
And that-
This is another reason I'm red pill. There's so many girls that I've messed with, like a fucking, they'll come with me, mess with me for a week. All right, a week and a half. A week later, she's back with her boyfriend on posting pictures on Instagram. I'm like, and
yep.
then 2 weeks later, she's trying to come back. Oh, what you doing? Can I come over? Like,
Yeah. I like to
it's
keep
right.
the investment low. And also, just to piggyback off of that, is keep your non-sexual attention low. You
Right.
see, I was just talking to a homie, bro. I was talking to this girl every single day, FaceTime until 2, 3 a.m. When it came time for the date, she bailed. Duh, because she hangs out with you every single day already on FaceTime.
You already gave her what she
Something
wanted.
to miss. Give him something to miss, bro. God, like, bro, I'll tell you this. One time, I set a date with a chick on Monday. I didn't say a word till Saturday morning of the date. What we talking for? I'm seeing you Saturday. What we got
That,
to talk about?
exactly. And you gotta this is how guys gotta understand, and I hear this a lot, from the guys that I look up to. You have to equate non-sexual attention for them as sex for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You have to equate the two, and you can't give them to them right away. You if they know that they got you, if they say, all right, he's giving me all this attention, I already got this in the bag. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Invest more. No, you need to make her invest. Girls like a challenge. You got to
They
give them
do.
somewhat of a challenge. You can't make it easy, and a lot of guys don't understand that. They don't.
It sucks, man, because happen is they listen to women about what they
Exactly.
want.
You
And
can't listen to the
ask a
fish.
girl, ask a girl what she wants to eat. I don't know. She don't know what she want to eat, bro. Why are you asking her about a relationship or dating? It's just,
Exactly. Exactly. This is the thing. You can't listen to a fish, on how to go fishing. You got to
that's
listen to the
fish.
fisherman. And this is the thing. Like, this is why I'm putting this stuff out here. And you know what it is? A lot of young guys. I go live on my Instagram, some guys, like kids, 14, 15-year
Yes,
olds,
young kids, bro.
struggling from this. And think about it. And I've in my comments, I've seen kids say, "Oh, well, I didn't have a father." Dead serious, like not even joking. My
Yeah,
father was there, or I don't have any father figures. So, like, this is the guy that I'm gonna look up to. And the things that my father didn't teach me, I looked up to AMS too. I looked up, all the relationship advice. And my father gave me basic, minuscule relationship advice. You
gotcha.
know, but when it came to that stuff, I had to look to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? My
Facts.
father,
I
he,
did so it's like my mom, gave me okay, it's funny, right? So apparently back in her day, after a first date, you come to an agreement. So, do we have fun? Yeah, okay. I think we should continue. Like it was very formal. Like after the
right.
first date, y'all talked about if y'all ever see each other again. Now it's just a game of who can carry the least. And it's so sad, but that's just how it is. And it's like if you learn this game or just keep getting played and keep getting mad.
And it's crazy. It is so crazy. And I literally had to learn, a lot of the things that I've learned recently, looking up to the people that I consider my teachers and mentors. I was kind of doing some of those things already,
Yeah,
but I just wasn't aware of it. I remember in ninth grade, I had my friend named Joseph Rashkamore. He was like, "Yo, never chase a female." My mom told me that whenever a female walks away, never chase after her. And so I was like, "All right, cool." So
gotcha.
whenever a female tried to walk away from me or wanted me to chase her, I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll let her walk," and I went about my business. And then they always came back.
True.
But then it's like when you understand what it means to go no contact and don't really chase after females, and when you go no contact, they have to come back either way, whether it's to come back with you or to see if you're strong or weak. They always got to come back. And that was something I was doing, but I was like, damn, now I'm a little more aware of it. And it's so crazy. But a lot of game I had to learn on my own, and I had to be, I had to teach myself a lot of shit. I just wish I knew a lot of stuff when I was younger.
Me too. I wish. I mean, but hey, I'm glad that we found this stuff in our 20s.
Mhm.
There's definitely some guys out there that find my channel in their 30s and 40s and go, "Damn, I didn't know how this worked." But
Yeah.
moving on to the next topic, man. And then the next, so when you made the 50-50 video, talk about some of the most popular backlash comments that you got.
To be honest with you, most of them were pretty positive for the
Oh
most.
wow. Okay. Okay.
For that video, they were. Um, a lot of them were pretty positive because even a lot of women were saying that, oh, things should be 100. Things shouldn't be that way. Um, because a lot of people believe nowadays, and it's not something I share a whole like completely, but a lot of people believe things should be 50-50. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I think that's in that on a grand scale, that is what I think a lot of people go for. But as far as backlash,
Mhm.
um, you know, oh, you just broke,
Just
you
say that.
broke
Yeah.
nigga, or if you ain't got no money in the bank, just say that. What else? There was a lot of like, women saying that if we raise our standards, y'all get upset, and now y'all can't handle it. So it was like they were trying to, in my comments, trying to create this narrative that is that as if, how dare a female want more for herself, and I ask her what she has to offer if I'm claiming that a girl shouldn't be 50-50. You know what I'm saying? And basically they were trying to say that I was keeping, women down.
Oh yeah.
they wanted to raise their standards, but that wasn't the case. And and another, they always hear what they want. And I also said, sometimes, I believe in, like, I don't mind paying most of the bills if that's the case. I don't mind. But no, even if we get to that case, you're gonna have to pay for it.
Yeah, for sure.
That's my thing. And it's another thing is like, and another thing is, I said, uh, you want they want high value men. These are females who want guys to pay for most of the things. They want high value men. So if you want a high value man, you have to be a high value woman.
Facts.
And that's a lot of things they don't understand. You got girls who are, is a term I like to use, like, I got from Matt. You got girls that are fours, but they think they're nines, so
Oh yeah.
they call them 49ers, right?
Okay. I like that. Okay. Very nice.
And then you have these quote unquote 49ers, moving as if they're nines or tens, and they're saying, well, I want this, that, and the third. So what are you going to give to me? It's a lot of delusional
Yeah,
stuff
there's
going.
a lot. I agree. The homie Kevin Samuels, you know who he is, right?
Absolutely, one of the
Yeah,
guys.
and and that's the goal too. Is a lot of women want to talk mess in the comments, but I always offer, hey, come on the podcast. So yeah, no crickets, because
Mhm.
they don't want to have a logical conversation. They much rather just spew negativity.
And,
But
and that's another thing that I was doing. I was telling people, come on the live, come on the live. Even some guys that were coming at me, like,
yeah, come on live,
like,
bro.
dude, you're a man. Like, I don't even.
White knighting for these.
And you know why they do it? They do it because they think it's gonna win them kudo points. They think that it's
Coochie.
get them. Yeah, they think it's gonna get them some sex. No, bro.
No.
Because at the and a lot of times, it's only happened 3 times, which is not that many, but there'll be girls in my comments coming at me crazy, and then they go message me on Instagram trying to talk to me.
Wow.
And and you know what it is when you show strength, and you know what it is, they think, oh, he's so arrogant, he's just that and the third. And literally it'll be like the same group of girls comment on every photo, every photo, every photo, every
Yeah.
photo. And like, oh, he's a punk, this and that. I beat him up soaking wet. And one of the girls I replied to, I was like, listen, I would, first of all, I wouldn't hit you, but I'm a professional fighter. You could get your boyfriend. I doubt he would beat me.
You get grab your man.
Exactly. And then next thing you know, this girl's messaging me. I'm like, come on, man. That's why I try not to get females are gonna be female.
Facts. So probably not, but if you had to, if you knew that video was gonna go viral, right? Would there be anything you would change your verbiage, right? Or you still back everything you said?
No, I think I pretty much do. If anything, I would have added something. I don't think I would have changed anything.
Got
I
you.
don't I don't think it would have changed anything because, and that's another thing, even though it's 60 seconds, obviously I can't get everything out. And I
True.
was and I was saying this on live yesterday with one of the, because I invite females to come and talk to me on live, so this way they can talk face to face like we're doing.
True.
And they express they have so many issues, but then it's like, all right, well, come and talk to me. So I was talking to this family. I'm like, listen, I understand what I'm doing. I had the podcast, so it's a good setup for podcasts and outlets like what you're doing. I say something 60 seconds, you're not going to get the full everything of it. And I,
True.
I know I can make perfect sense of it. And 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 like that, like I did on live yesterday, I made perfect sense of it. She was like, "Oh well, I understand." And they always come out heated. And this is another tactic that I stole from Kevin Samuels. It starts off heated, and I tell her before we start. I said, "Listen, one thing you're not going to do, you're not going to cut me off, and you're not going to be disrespectful with me." And she's like, okay. So then we start talking, and I always have my moderator, have my best friend and roommate that's usually next to me, and she starts disrespecting him. And he's like, hey, she's like, don't raise your hand. This isn't school. And I was like, listen, you're not gonna. I told you we're not gonna be disrespectful. She continues. I time her out. Yeah,
There you
it's
go.
game and people listen. Yeah, I got that from Kevin Samuels, exact game plan, but it works though because she calmed herself down. And I was like, listen, now, if you want to come back again, if you want to talk respectfully, like a respectful adult, as I was respecting you, then you can come back. And she came back and we finished out our conversation. She said her points. I said my piece, and she understood where I was coming from. And that was that. It works. It works. And then,
Absolutely.
listen, you just got to put them in their place, man. You
And
got to.
facts. So the next video that went dumb for you was the guy friends video. So basically, people who haven't watched it, tell them a bit, what happened and what you said.
So basically, it was a video where
Young white male. No, female. Sorry, female?
Yeah, yeah, it was a young white girl. You know, and she was basically I guess she came to the realization that you can't really have guy friends because she was saying how every time she had issues with a relationship and she's thinking that she has genuine friends, she would come to her friends and she's saying, oh, I have this issue, but all her so-called guy friends were sabotaging. They were giving her bad
Mhm.
advice. They were saying that, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, and that's not going to work. And I guess she came to the realization that that guys really can be friends. So what I did was I just elaborated on it. I just said, listen, guys can never be really your friends. It and either they're waiting to try to have sex with you,
Absolutely. Yeah.
or are they waiting to have sex with you? There's really no in betweens. And if they are genuinely your friend, that falls into a very small percentage of men. Because I hate to generalize with things like that, because that's like saying like every girl's a whore. Every single girl in the world can be a whore.
No,
You know?
definitely
So
some
you
great girls.
can't say exactly. So you can't say every guy is not going to be your best friend, but it's a very small percentage. I would say 1% or less. And then I didn't want to be a hypocrite. So I did give a little game and I said, the only time that I really keep a female friend is for something called competition anxiety. Now, competition anxiety is basically when you have a female, right? And let's say she's a good looking female, right? And you
Absolutely.
have just a lot of options, and you want to keep her on her toes. She has to know that you got girl best friends, and she knows, like, like there ain't no real girl guy and girl best friends, but you want to keep a good looking best friend around, so this way she knows if she doesn't stay on her toes, if she's not staying loyal and doing her duties as a female, she can get replaced. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only reason why I can say a guy can genuinely have a girl best friend is competition anxiety. Other than that, it's bogus. That's what I think.
Yeah, I made a video. Some chick I don't even have their number saved said "Hey boo" to me. I don't have their number saved. Wow. Anyway, sorry guys. Anyway, got distracted. So I made a video. I made a video that went more viral than I expected. I took it down
Mhm.
because they're harassing my family because of it. But in the video, I said, listen, there are women out there who know a man has feelings for her, but she keeps him around for free validation, right? The FaceTimes, the texts, hanging out with them to maybe take a picture of their leg, just to get basically it's like whenever me and my ex are going through it, I have this guy friend I can use as my outlet to show him, hey, I have other options, even though he's not hidden at all. She views him as very beta. She,
Mhm.
girls were trying to justify us, and the friend zone doesn't it's always women trying to justify it, right?
Absolutely.
And it's just like for me, if I don't like taking advantage of people. So I know this girl says, "Hey, I have feelings for you." I'm not gonna say, "Hey, well, we can be friends and hang out all the time, but just not be intimate." Oh, that's the dumbest deal ever. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So I'm telling
Absolutely.
men, it's like, dog, don't accept friendship. Put your foot down. And say, listen, either this is romantic or I'm kicking rocks. I'm out of here. I'm not your homeboy. I'm not your pen pal. I'm not your boy. Like, this is romantic or nothing. And girls try to shame you though. They'll try to shame you for that, for sticking up for yourself, but they'll come back around if because I think the respect went up. Hey, I tried making my little boyfriend, no boy space friend. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want the deal, but I respect him for standing up for himself.
Exactly. And that's honestly, guys don't even realize it, but that's one of the keys for actually getting out of the friend zone is really
Yes,
stick up for yourself, because you're giving her you're giving her all your free
yes.
time and getting nothing in exchange for it. So it's like, and this guy by I'm not sure if you know Patrice O'Neill. He's a comedian, but
That
he's
sounds so familiar.
very
Okay,
Patrice. He was a big comedian. He I
okay,
think he passed in 2011, but
okay.
um he had a little show and he was on the internet. I forget what it was, like a radio show, but he was
Yeah.
saying that, listen, he was giving this guy advice. He was like, listen, if you want to get out of the friend zone, you need to straight up go up to her and like, listen, I don't like you in that way. I want to be more than friends. Now, if she tells you, listen, you're just my friend and that's it,
Cool.
you need to take your ball, go home and like, listen, that's not how I want you. This is not what I want. And I need to go leave. And like you said, usually when you show respect for yourself as a fucking man, show you have some balls, and you stand up to her, usually it sparks some type of attraction.
It
Although I
does.
feel like there are other methods to kind of sort of get you out of that friend zone, but
Oh, for sure.
that's the first step. And guys don't realize if you just stood up for yourself, like, listen here, I don't like you like that. I want you. I want to be in you. I want all that stuff. She says, no, all right, well, fuck it then. I'm out. I can't, I'm not wasting my time here. But that just comes a lack of self-value. Guys gotta know that like we are the fucking prize. And once they realize that, bruh, we'll be straight.
So I just to touch on that, it's true because I feel like again, guys who have the the more blue pill mindset, it's she is the prize, and I'll make sacrifices and compromises for her. So if she's not happy, I'm not happy, and that's that mindset. There's when they switch over to the more the red pill mindset, they understand. Listen, I'm not happy, so nobody's happy. You know what I'm saying? So nobody's happy now.
Mhm.
So another way I tell guys get out the friend zone is just pull back. She texts you, don't answer. And when she goes, hey, like, where have you been? Listen, like, I've been giving my attention to other women, who actually want me romantically, So if that's what you want from me, let me know. But as of right now, I'm just been focused on women who want me romantically. And she has a choice, either get with the program or leave and leave.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's another thing. Another thing with guys is they are so afraid to just walk away. You gotta
Way.
understand.
True.
It, you gotta understand, like you're gonna lose pieces. Like you're gonna lose pieces like that. Like you can't be afraid to walk away. And you just need to have an abundant, once you have that abundance mindset, and like,
You
listen,
cold.
yeah, you gotta have it. And you gotta I kind of expect it sometimes. But you get once you have that mindset, you're gonna be straight. But guys don't realize that, man. So
True.
we
I
gotta
feel like I feel like even a guy who's like a 7 out of 10, man, may talk to like maybe 30, 40 girls in a year. Minimum. Just talking, not sleeping, just talking. So man, there's more coming. There's more coming. Don't dwell over that one who treated you poorly. To me, if it's not high interest, I don't want it. If you're not high interest, don't even want you.
true, and that's honestly one school of thought. You have a large school of thought of guys, and I agree with that mostly, especially with relationships,
Oh, it has to be high interest.
because if your girl isn't a little more obsessed with you than you are with her, way more obsessed, or she has to feel as if you're better than her in some way, because that's where you have guys in marriages and guys in relationships where they find themselves begging for sex. Why?
Yes, begging for it.
Because their female doesn't feel as if they're their best option, and
Hmm.
they're
Hmm.
not
Hmm.
obsessed with them. They're not obsessed with them. And I'm telling you, that's what the case is. I had a guy in my live not too long ago. He was like, yo, my wife makes me does chores for sex, bruh. Your
Sure.
dynamic, your
Oh,
dynamics are way fucked up. And I was like, listen, and I told him the only way to fix that, listen, you have to ask her for sex one more time, right? She says no. Okay, so stop asking for sex. And when she finally, I was like, listen, you got to learn to go beat your dick, because if you don't want to, you want to try to change the dynamics. You don't want to step out on your wife, right? All
yeah, of
right, cool.
course.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't suggest that. You got to marry. All right, you have to stay away from her. And when she comes and asks you for sex about 3 times, you say no. Of course, she's gonna start thinking you're cheating on her, but
Yeah.
you got to gain the power back.
You
And
got
the
to.
and guys just don't have that understanding. The dynamics of the relationships is fucked up. They
True.
don't
So to
know it.
speak on that, I feel like here's how some women, for all the all police, the all police, right? Not all, not all, So I gotta make sure some
Mhm.
from 16 to 27, they're banging the players, right? Then when they hit 30, oh wait a minute, damn, okay, I didn't get a relationship out of any of the guys I really wanted. They're
Mhm.
all these alpha males, right? Let me go back to that guy in high school who treated me like a queen, but I dumped him for the player. So she'll marry her fifth or fourth option.
Mhm.
She's not even meeting married to the guy she wanted first.
Right.
So that's why the dynamic is off, because the man chased her for years and he never. So I do wedding videography, and I
Uh,
always ask the bride, hey, when did y'all meet? And when they say high school, the next question is, okay, did y'all date in high school? She said no. That's all I need to know. He's your fifth option.
yeah.
He's your fifth
it's
option.
it's the truth too. It's the truth. And and the opposite side of that, the guy's like, oh my gosh, she's finally giving me a chance. This is a chance of a lifetime. I finally
True.
get the girl of my dreams.
Ain't-
No, bro.
No.
She finished riding the CC. You know what I'm
True.
saying? She finished doing what she doing. She realized it's a little too late.
True.
Those high value men, when high value girls are younger girls,
Younger
and
girls, yeah.
it's too late for you. So like now she is getting risky. Now she's in her 30s,
The danger zone.
exactly the danger zone. So now she needs to hurry up and let me get married. No, man, you fucked up. And guys
It's,
not aware of that, man.
it's
That's what you
true. Like any girl I'm with, bro, if I decide to not legally marry with a piece of paper, but like, we together, we life partners, like that girl is gonna have to fight tooth and nail to let me know that I'm the one. You know what I'm
exactly. And
saying?
I said that too. I said, listen, if she want this marriage, that motherfucker gonna work for it.
Work.
She gonna walk through hell.
Yep.
She gonna go to Mars and come back if she really want this relationship.
To work.
And
Yeah.
just a relationship. And it's a little different for me. And I do believe in marriage, but obviously not by the law, because your shit will get fucked up,
Yeah, you'll
right?
lose. You'll
I
lose in that
do, I
game.
do believe in marriage because I'm Muslim, so I have a big religious background. My
Got you.
family is Muslim, um, and one of the beneficial parts is, yeah, as Muslims you can have more than one wife, but that comes with the conditions that you basically have to have the resources to take care of those wives, right?
Absolutely.
Um, Now, obviously, that's one of the main reasons why I always tell guys on my channel to strive to be in that 15%, that 1%, and get those resources. Because usually, when you're high value with the money, right? And then you're high value in knowing how to interact with women, you're unstoppable.
Yes, I agree.
Literally, because a lot of guys with money don't know how to deal with women.
This become more richer simps.
Exactly, exactly. And they think that once they get the money, oh, it's gonna be a wrap. You know what I'm saying? No, you still don't know how to deal with females.
Now he's leaning with the
It's not
wallet.
gonna change.
It's like,
Exactly. It's not gonna change that much. But that's what I'm saying. Like, listen, the marriage thing I know is gonna have to come. But listen, I'm not falling for the bullshit, man.
I feel
You know,
you.
I
I
can't
feel
do
you
it.
on that. And also, my homie is Muslim. He puts in a lot of game, and he says in the Western society you marry each other, but in the Muslim society you marry the family. The families are married. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like it's not like when y'all get divorced, it's a huge deal. Like the
Mm,
families are like the families are divorced now, opposed
mm,
to American style. It's like y'all just divorce, just them two. It's but in the Muslim religion, it's more than just you two. It's everybody.
absolutely. Absolutely. It's more of a culture thing too, but it is true. And it's another thing, women outside of America are very submissive, are super submissive, and
Because they're taught that way. Women aren't taught how to. It's like this. Women aren't taught to be good to men. It's not. It's just they're not.
they're taught how they're supposed to be treated, but they're not taught how to treat men.
Oh, I haven't. It's it's true. I really believe that there's not too many. Also think about this. It's like think about the Disney movies, right? It's just the men going over hell and high water to get to the woman. You know what I mean? But it's the woman
Right,
not really doing that much anything for the man. You
right,
know? So it's like, girl, what are you sacrificing for this man? Nothing.
right.
Nothing.
Exactly. And it's like, I see all these TikTok videos where it's like a guy, like, he'll look at another girl and he'll get hit, or he'll be in trouble. Like,
Gotcha.
listen, bro, if you knew your fucking power, it's like it's like, bruh, like, first of all, like, she should be grateful, you know what I'm saying, for you being with her in this relationship. Now she's commanding things of you, hitting on you, being abusive. Like, you can't you like, one of the things I find most crazy is how women get on men for Instagram posts. I don't
Okay.
want you liking this Instagram. I don't want you commenting on. Get the fuck out of here. Are you serious? You're getting mad because I like the picture? Listen, I've said this before, and usually when these things come up, I stay completely calm. I've had a girl tell me, "Oh, I seen you liking everybody pictures on Instagram." I was like, "Okay, yeah. Which ones did you see?" "Oh, I seen you like bundles of Britney's pictures."
Mm.
"Oh, okay, yeah, I did. What's your point?" "Oh,
Is
I
she
don't
on
like
my
that."
dick or something? Like, is she like,
Exactly. Yeah, she's like, "Oh, I don't like that." "Oh, well, I don't know what to tell you, sweetheart. I'm not holding you hostage." And I say
true?
this to females. I am very bold with it. You know what I'm saying? And another crazy part is like, what are the chances? And don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying? In my head, I'm a little full of myself sometimes, but for the average guy, what are the chances of this man meeting that woman? And
Basically,
most of these high class quote unquote females on Instagram, they're dealing with
they
rappers,
date
ball
up.
players.
They up. They don't
Exactly.
date down. They date up.
Exactly. So what are you getting upset at?
This girl won't look my way. Like if I'm at Whole Foods, it's like, what's your Instagram? Like, let's talk IG before we even get even further. Like, you have to be
Exactly.
above me, doing better than me.
Exactly. And don't get me wrong, I do believe if your game is super tight, you can bag that girl.
Yes, you can. You can.
You know what I'm saying? But in most cases, that's not going to be the case.
It's
And these
slim. It's
females,
slimmer though.
exactly, these females are getting mad about nothing. Like, there's little things like that I don't deal with. I just can't, man.
Got you. Ooh, wait a minute. Ooh. Oh, the next video that you made, I wrote it down. I kind of was like, what am I talking about? But it came back to me. You made a video asking, I think, women to stitch it. How would you sell yourself? Video. You remember what I'm talking about?
Right.
So for the people who
That
who haven't
was
watched
the
it,
first
kind
one that was like super
okay.
crazy. That
So
was.
explain that video, people, because most people who may follow me may not have watched that video. So explain what that video was about.
So basically, I was thinking about it from the previous video I made where I was like, the 50-50 video. And I'm just
Yeah,
like,
I gotta stir the
hold on.
pot up for some more.
Yeah. And I know I was thinking about it because it was like, all right, men are really the prize. And I'm thinking about, I'm like, yo, if a man chooses not to want you, you really have nothing to offer. And then I heard Kevin Samuel say, and it's something I knew because I wouldn't say exactly like him. What I would always say is women can have sex with whoever they want,
Who they want.
but they can't marry who they want. Because as Kevin Samuel said, men control access to relationships because a woman is not going to ask you to be her man or her wife.
Correct.
Women control access to sex initially, right? So I'm just like, all right, say if you're a high value male, and this is something I aspire to. I aspire to be in that
Yeah.
15% or 15 to 1% of men. I'll say, okay, so what if I'm not this high value male? I'm making either six figures a year or let's say $1 million a year, and got some, and with my game, like say, you got game, right? Because we get
Yeah.
girls now. We get girls
Facts.
now. So imagine if you had that money, you would be fucking unstoppable.
Unstoppable. Handsome, young, game, money. Yeah.
Exactly. And I heard Dan, you know who Dan Bilzerian is, right?
Of course. Yeah.
I heard him say in the interview, he's like, listen, I never chase girls. I let the girls come to me. He said, when you chase girls, you automatically lose some type of value. And he said he literally has girls DMing
Oh,
him,
of course.
coming to him,
Begging.
basically qualifying themselves, right?
Huh?
So I put myself in that shoes. I'm like, all right, so let me do this in a manner where it's basically a lose-lose question for females. So I'm like,
Okay.
all right, let's say if you got a guy that's making six figures a month, and there's some regular people doing it. You have
True.
people fucking doing with drop shipping,
Yeah.
bro.
Drop shipping, e-commerce.
Exactly. So I'm like, say if you're making six figures a month, right? Six figures a month. You're a high value male, and then even to even add more on to it, you fall into that look count. You just do it for them in looks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're basically the ultimate. You're basically Michael B. Jordan or Chris Brown or
Yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio, one of these guys. Specific height, body, wealth, everything.
Gotcha.
How are you going to sell yourself to this guy? Automatically, oh, I'm gonna give him loyalty. And I said you can't say sex because a high value man like that,
Good
sex
sex.
means nothing to him. That is like drinking a cup of water. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, all right, well, damn, I can't offer sex so automatically. Loyalty. I'll cook and clean for him. I'll be there for moral support. Listen, loyalty is the bare minimum. Don't you dare come out your mouth with loyalty. That is a fucking. And, a girl got mad at me because um she was like, "Oh, you said a dog can give you your dog can give you these
Oh,
things that a
great
woman won't."
loyalty. Yeah.
Yeah, a
Mhm.
dog can give me. I can get that from a dog. Loyalty should be the bare fucking minimum. Don't dare come out your mouth talking about loyalty. Now, what do you have to offer? And that video took so long for a girl to make a response. And of course, when women um they can't like express themselves in a way, they automatically go to insults. So a
True.
lot of women, it was basically a lose-lose question, but a lot of women really, unless we choose you, because that goes back to that point of having control to access to relationships,
Mm-hmm.
we're not going to accept you. And sex is always the first thing on our minds anyway. When I see a girl, I don't say, damn, she would make a good wife. No, the first thing on my mind, damn, she
Pull
has a
that
fat
back
ass.
out.
Damn, Exactly. That's the first thing on our minds. We're visual creatures. Sex comes first. And then once we like your qualities, once we see that you are, doing all these things that make a good girl or a good wife, then yeah. But it was basically a lose-lose question for them because it's like at the end of the day, if we choose to choose you, then we choose you. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. So to add on to that, bro, I heard something that was oh man, as I'm saying it, the thought kind of escapes my head. Oh yes, let's talk about this real quick, right? A high value man's dating game, right, is how many notches he can put in his belt, right? If you're Usher, you're not trying to lock a girl, you're trying to get a bag a girl in every single part of the country, damn near. A woman's dating game is to lock down the high value male, right?
Mhm,
So if a woman has sex with like 100 men and that one man wanted her, that's a L.
mhm,
But so that's what it's like when girls say, "Oh, like you're gonna, like they'll come up with insults about me." But it's like, listen, like I'm playing the high value man's dating game. I'm just trying to right now in our young 20s, I'm trying to have fun with it, right? While you are trying to lock down a high value male, right?
right,
That's their goal. And if you catch
right,
all these bodies and no man wants to lock you down, that's an issue. And they said also a
right,
high value woman's your number one thing is your femininity. I said that right. That's what you a girl leads with is her femininity.
right,
But most women think, oh, I have a PhD and I make a lot of money. Don't care.
right,
Don't care.
right,
Don't.
right. It's true. And it's still even as much as I hear it, it still like bewilders me that like girls lead with their education
Hmm.
and in their money as if that's credentials for them being high value. And Kevin Samuels, he said this best because even girls and even some girls, yeah, they try to go for that high value man. But now we in this new age, we have women saying, all right, well, don't uh leave off relationships. You're still young, right? You're still young. You go to school, you get an education, and you make money.
Got
Don't
you.
men right now. You're young, have fun, do what you're doing. Perfect example. You look at Lori Harvey. Lori Harvey with Michael B. Jordan,
Best
young,
life. You should learn her best life.
beautiful girl. Now there was a post and it said that, oh, it showed all the rappers she was been with. She was Future, it was P. Diddy's son,
Son, Trey
who else?
songs.
Trey Songz. It was a whole bunch of them. And it said, this isn't being a hoe. This is her being 23. What? Now, and the problem is, okay, even if she's 23, she's a high value woman, right? She might still be okay. Why? Because at the end of the day, she's coming from money, right? So she's coming from money. And let's say if she gets to her 30s or 33, she'll still find somebody to settle down with. These other regular girls, they're not set like that because
True.
she's a 9.5 at least. You have a lot of girls who are sixes, fours, fives,
Yeah.
trying to live that life, even sevens. But then they think when they get to their 30s, oh, I'm good. I'm gonna just give me a man. No, it's not that simple. Because the type of man that you want is starting to get most of his money in his
And he's
30s.
gonna go back down to 20s,
Exactly. He's
22s. Yeah.
going back to the girls that he couldn't have when he was younger. He's
Yes.
going to those Instagram models that he can now, because maybe he has a little game. All right, now he has his money. He could go get those girls at his leisure. And
That's
now,
true.
why would I want you at 33 in your 30s? You're at a high risk pregnancy. Your eggs are depleting. And that's the crazy part. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? Bruh.
I agree. I definitely facts. We hit you. The next one was this one was good. Women arguing with you about uh who's the prize, right?
Right.
So I think I'll start on this one. So I feel like women will sell their soul for a high value man with money.
Absolutely.
They will. Like for example, like let's just say back in the day, I heard like think of like the Lakers in the 80s or 90s when there was an Instagram DMs. There's probably girls waiting outside the hotel, waiting outside the bus,
Mhm.
waiting to get picked. Why? Because they know if they get that baby, that's child support for the rest of their life.
Right.
They're
Yo, and
taking it's a meal ticket.
that reminds me of, not to even cut you, that reminds me of, I forgot who I was listening to. I think it was Will Chamberlain
Oh
or
yeah, he got so many bodies. Whew.
But no, this is crazy. And I think it was Magic Johnson. So I was listening to like how they was like how Will Chamberlain had sex with 20,000 women, some crazy like what. And for your point, to elaborate
Yeah.
on what you said, how women will sell their soul for high value men. So they were saying how when Magic Johnson was in his heyday, right? They would go to training camp, right? They would go to
Okay.
training, they would go to practice, and when they come back from practice in their hotel room, they would have groups of girls waiting from them, like 10 to 20 groups of girls, all different races, just waiting for them. And he would literally select, and they was like how they would collect bodies like it was nothing. And it was crazy. And it was like they was like say, it was saying how that's how he caught the HIV in a orgy, you know. But my point is, and it's elaborate what you said, females will jump at the chance to get with a high value man.
True.
And that's one of the evidence. And another evidence, even though sometimes they might be fake, the gold digger prank. You ever watching these gold digger pranks? A guy pulls
Absolutely.
up in a nice Lamborghini Urus, you know what I'm saying? Nice truck, clear indication that he has money. She talks to him first. She has absolutely no fucking interest. No interest at all. They wouldn't even look at the guy twice. Okay, well, I'm gonna go to my car. She gets in the car. Wait a minute, that's your car?
You
They
know.
will, like you said, they will sell their soul for high value, man. And it's so evident. And this is why that I try to push on my channel. And this is why I want to start the Discord group for all these young men, and to really try to focus on the money, because right now, even with me, at first I was like, damn, I want to focus on the relationships, but you got to understand the money is where it's at, because once you learn the game, you got to understand there's still a different level. Because if your game is lacking just a little bit, and you don't have enough game and enough finesse to get that those girls on Instagram, those high value, that you even got to find them first, and then when you finally do see them once in a blue, you got to really have tight game. That money will make that much of a difference.
I agree. And also I feel like when you ask most women, what they want in a man for a husband, they want to date up, right?
Right,
So I feel like we're the prize because most women are dating up for a reason. They want a man to take care of them,
right,
right? Now they'll fight and say, "Oh, it's not taken care of. It's just I want to make sure that he can provide for him." Like, no, like y'all date up for a reason. You want because most
right,
women when they call on Kevin Samuels, they say it's a professional woman. This one girl, she said she makes 200,000, right?
right,
She said she wouldn't date a guy less than 150. So Kevin broke
right,
down the math. Okay, in his 40s, 200,000, no, plus 200,000 a year, black man, that's like 2%. And there's a bunch of women like you chasing after, and that doesn't mean that those men could be gay, homeless. Like you have to be attracted to them. Like you're just making it even worse. Like, so it's just like I feel like men are the prize because women usually want to date up because they want resources. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And
Absolutely.
want
Men
resources.
are definitely men are definitely the prize. Even if you look at it from a different level, like you said, you give the example where let's say if okay, let's say if this female, right, she didn't have the option of that high value man, right? Let's say if
Okay.
she just didn't qualify. All right, so you subtract the high value man pertaining to money. So now you have a high value man that looks like
Mhm.
much like myself or yourself, no homo. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
some
We're
guys.
good looking guys. So you have a high value man that's willing to have his shit together. You have a high
Yeah,
value man that's willing to do the bare minimum. And he's let's say if he's making 60,000 a year.
it's good.
We still have value. You know why? Because you have a lot of men that are incarcerated, so you're not going to even see those men. You have a lot of men who are not willing to get their shit together, who are not willing to, oh, well, you could take care of me type of mentality. You have men, obviously, who are gay. You have the men
Yeah,
who, um, who have like who are making 20,000 are working at McDonald's.
true.
Even still, without having that high value man, we still keep our value. We are the prize. And you know what the problem is? The problem isn't with us. The problem is with females. And I'm going to tell you what the problem is with females. Our expectations have not changed
No, it's been the same. Yeah.
since the beginning of time. We're still, you hear them even
Provide,
on
protect.
exactly. It has not changed. We are the fucking prize. And I don't know how much of a religious man you are, even in the Bible, uh, in the Quran, in the Bible, God says we are the leaders of women. So even if you don't want to play it from that, if you're a religious person, Like either way you look at it, and these are something that the three Abrahamic religions practice on this earth: Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Women are the leaders of men are the leaders of women. Women are supposed to submit to women, to a man, right?
When you be getting
So
heat
and
for the submission, woo, they come for your ass on that submission.
I know, I they fucking hate it, but I don't care because I know I'm right. I know I'm right. And I'm literally justified by God. Okay, if you don't believe in God, I'll give you statistics. It's a lose-lose conversation for them. So that's and they can't really win, so they just come with insults.
Insults, yeah,
And either way you
insults.
look at it, like you have how many millions of people practice Islam being this largest, the second largest religion on earth, Christianity either first or second, Judaism. These people have these beliefs, and if
They
you
do.
don't, you want a high value man, you're gonna submit either way. So
You
it's
know,
not something you can escape. You know,
I
we're the
agree, and I
prize,
also
bro.
feel like women may say they want a high value man because it sounds sexy. Then they realize, wait, you're gone all the time. Like for example, if you go pro, right? Oh, you're in a different state training. I don't see you. Yes, sorry. That means I have to take care of kids by myself. Yes, yes. Like
It's a full-time job.
if you want a 9 to 5 guy that's home every single night, yeah, take him. That's fine. But you say you want a high value man, right? Okay. Now you gotta step up and play both roles sometimes when I'm out making this paper so we can have a good life.
Absolutely. Look, the girls, and then it's so crazy now because ever since like I moved out, I got my own place. I'm paying rent now, so it's like I got to work. I can't just spend all day training. I have more responsibilities.
True.
I have rent. I have a car insurance, a car note, all this
Health
stuff, right?
insurance, gym, all the time. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. Gym memberships, and I gotta go to the boxing gym. So now it's like I wake up at 6 or 5 in the morning every morning, and no lie, my fucking roommate can testify to it.
Yeah.
He hears me when I wake up, and I go running usually before work, about a few miles. Then I have to be to work at 7:30 a.m. I work for about 8 to 10 hours. And then after that, I go to the gym and train for about 3 to 4 hours sometimes. And then I come home. I try to work on my podcast. I try to work on my business. I try to work on extra sources of income. I'm trying to be high value, and I'm gonna get there. But the point is, these girls that I talk to, I only see them like once a week. Sometimes,
Maybe once
sometimes
a week. Yeah, once a week, bro. Once a week is my time, bro. You got one day.
exactly once a week, and that's something I used to hear AMS say. I'm like, damn, well, once again, that's kind of hard, but once you actually do what that man says and get on your purpose and actually have that ambition to be great,
One
or
one
just
two is
to make
fine.
more, exactly, just to even make more of your life, that shit is real. You don't have, just in general, you don't have all day to be talking to them. I don't
True.
even, well, sometimes I don't even like talking on the phone because you're taking away from my time to be like, I'm on a fucking like I'm on a I'm on a scale like, yo, I have goals. Like I literally have my goals set out like on the fucking wall. Like I take this shit serious. I don't have time all day for that.
Got you, man. And to touch on that, like there are times where I'll set a date with a chick on Monday and don't say shit to her till Saturday morning, the day of the date. Like it's just because a lot of men feel like, okay, in order to keep her interested in me, I have to stay engaged with her. It makes sense, right? But then again, no, dog. Like you need to give her some time to miss you a little bit. The whole
Right,
point of my channel is how do you stand out from the rest? Because the
right,
girls that so when a girl likes a guy the most out of all the dudes she talks to, it's because he's the most different.
right,
Other guys, they're predictable. Morning, she can wake up. I bet you this nigga texting me. Morning, beautiful. Got it. I knew it. I
right,
knew you. I was gonna text me this morning. You
right.
know. But when she doesn't see your name pop up, she doesn't see you trying to see her all the time. It makes you stand out. So I feel like it's important that men. I say put your hobbies, your goals, and yourself first, and she can fall in between. But when men put women at the top of the priority list, they tend to take some L's because they're too available to everything.
Exactly. And I just made a video like that. It was a video I stitched, and the guy was complaining. He made it seem as if he was sad. He was like, she wanted me to leave my dog. He made it seem as if he was going in the direction where he has to get rid of his dog. But he was like, I got rid of her. I'm not giving her my pup. And I elaborated on it. I'm like, listen, guys, never put her at the top of your list.
True.
Never. Even if your mom should come first. There's your mom and your purpose, your career, whatever you're focused on, whatever has you driven, should absolutely come first. But then even if you could add on, put your fucking dog first. Never put her
Yeah.
first. and not just to be arrogant and to belittle women, but for yourself. Because I promise you, if you put that woman first, like Jaheim put that woman first. If you put that woman first, I promise you, she's gonna lose interest, and you're gonna be fucked. And then you're gonna find out you're gonna be thinking like, why am I so heartbroken? Never put that woman first.
I agree. Facts. Let me see what else I got on this list. All right, man. So we're gonna finish up with the most thing you're under fire for. This has been like the last 10, 12 videos. Submissiveness. So break down, like, I don't know where you got, what video I guess got you in attack mode, being the you against the world, with the whole submissiveness. Or was there a video that started it off, or what
It
happened?
was. It was. So it started with I actually was just it was another stitch. I was
Okay.
looking at video, and it was a Hispanic guy, and he was definitely a New Yorker because I could tell how New Yorkers talk.
Yeah, talk. Yeah.
Basically, he was giving the differences between black women and Hispanic women. So he was like how Hispanic women are raised to
Yes, raised.
submit to their man, and he gave an example of how um he was over a Spanish girl's house, and they finished eating, and he got off and cleaned up his plate and threw the stuff in the garbage, and he said that the mother barked on her daughter,
Yeah, exactly.
barked
Yeah.
on her, and she was saying how, what are you doing? Why is he going and throwing out his plate? You need to show him that you can be a good wife. Go do that shit yourself.
True.
He
Yeah,
ended up
exactly.
getting up doing it. Now, a black woman is raised to be independent.
Independent.
I'm a strong black woman. Oh,
Don't
I'm
need
a
no man. Yeah.
PhD. You know what I'm saying? All that good shit. And I get it. They say it stems from slavery, and they say, there, and I do believe that, there are a lot of things that society does to go against black people, and then we do have it hard. Now, with that being said, there's still no excuse. You know what men want, so give it to us. And then when I did that, it started to get crazy.
Oh yes. Oh
It's
yeah.
when I did that, like before we even go into back to the Stitch video where he was explaining the difference between the two, and I said that, and I made it clear. I made it fucking clear, crystal clear that I usually only date black and Hispanic women. Have I had sex with other? Of course I
Yeah.
have, of course. But as far as girlfriends I've ever had, as long term rotations or long term, girls that I've been dating, usually only black and Hispanic. That's usually my go-to. And I said most of the time they're Afro Latinas. If they're not, we
Yeah.
we still usually share the same struggle. So then in the comments, somebody was like, "How? Oh, what makes you think that
You
we?"
deserve it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, "Listen, first of all, we don't owe you shit.
True. I
We
remember that. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
like they think that because we're black and they're black, we have no. I don't owe you anything. God put us here. God put men in charge."
Hmm.
And men in charge. If you want to be more specific, the first man was black. Even scientists say it. And then you on a religious level, Adam was black, and Muslims even specify Adam was a black man. So
Facts.
I was put here. I was put here to reign domain over. I was put here as your leader. I don't owe you
Exactly.
nothing. All this, everything I see, that shit is mine. If I want that girl from that race, she is mine. I don't owe you anything. Then that with that being said, I still love black women. But my whole problem was is like, okay, and this is an example that also Kevin Samuel said, and I've always said the same thing. You know what men want, and a lot of sisters usually sometimes are overweight, right?
True.
We don't want we don't want you overweight, and trying to be as sensitive as possible, but like I don't care because we know what we don't want you overweight. We want you to submit. We are literally telling you what we want, and
You're telling us to
you
go stick it. No, we don't care.
no, fuck all that. I don't need you. Y'all ain't got shit. And then they can, as we say that, they go to bash black men. Y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't this and that and the third. Or I'm gonna go get me a Brad. So then, in the example that I gave was they don't do this and this I got this from Kevin Samuels. They don't do it in the workplace. If you want a job, right? You go to a job, you say, okay, these are the qualifications. This is what we want, right? So what they're going to do, they're going to meet those qualifications. And once
Absolutely.
they meet those qualifications, they're going to do their job thoroughly. Now, if a black man says, "Okay, well, we want black woman, we love y'all, but this is what we want. I want submissiveness. I want you to be agreeable. I want less of a hard time. I'm not saying you got to be a slave. I'm not saying we won't ever disagree. But every time I come in the room, babe, can you have my dinner ready? I don't feel like making dinner. Oh, make that shit yourself. Excuse me? Or if I like, if I say, babe, go get dressed. We're gonna go out. Where we going? I don't feel like. Or if I say, babe, go get my gun, and somebody out there shooting at the house. Why I gotta get the gun? Who shoot? Let me go. No, stop questioning me. And
Yeah.
these are basic things. These are basic things I shouldn't have to beg for. These are basic fucking things. I shouldn't have to. I don't need all that back talk. And even another thing is, I'm somebody who's very driven, very purpose driven. So when I'm doing my thing and I'm on my path and I'm focused and I'm on my purpose, when I come home, I don't want you saying, "Oh, babe, you should try this. You should do this. Let me help." No, I don't want you in my way. I know what the fuck I'm doing. Let me do what I'm doing. I want to accomplish it on my own. I want to be like the greats. I want to be like Floyd Mayweather. I want to be like Michael Jordan. I want to be like Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
They did it on their own. Play your part. Fix my food. Have my lunch ready. When I come home, have that shit ready. Obviously, they don't like my tone.
Yeah,
I can.
it's delivery. Yeah.
It's the delivery. I know what it is, but I don't give a fuck.
Fuck yeah.
I don't care. I don't care because you know why? Because the girls that I deal with, I
Get it.
don't go through these issues at all. And
True.
you know, and it's so funny because they see the content that I make, and as I'm with them and I'm being super affectionate and we're like laying down, cuddling, watching movies, they would think you're a hypocrite. And why would you say that? Oh, because like you're super affectionate, we're super happy, and you don't ever talk to me like that. And you don't all those things, all those examples that you give those guys, you don't ever you don't ever have to do it. And I said, why is that? Because you don't give me a hard time. Yeah, we might disagree on some things. We might have little foot debates about some things, but at the end of the day, you're not giving me a hard time. So I don't really face any of these issues.
I like that point because there's a girl who I was texting, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she said, "So, defund simping?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's my brand. I'm trying to teach men how to become better men and spot when they're being manipulated and see themselves as a prize." And
Right.
she was cool with it.
Mm-hmm.
One day she was, you know what? Like you're a thrill. Like I go on the internet, everyone's bashing you left and right. You're dragging your name through the mud, but I'm with you. That you're this cool guy. So it's like
Right.
it's like this thrill. It's like I'm the internet's biggest, internet's, punching bag, but but she sees me as a super cool guy, you
Right.
know. And for example, the way I deliver things is for a reason. Where I'm not sure about you, I can't put words in your mouth, but I try to entertain people, right?
Right.
And my bio says comedic advice. So I'm trying to give people entertainment. I could sit there and go, "Hey y'all, if you're dealing with a woman and no, like I could do that and be all masculine and tough, but I like to have fun with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I like to have fun with it. So it's like I make sure I give it in a way that's it's can come off arrogant, comes off cocky, comes
Provocative.
off self-centered, and that's what I like. People right.
Exactly.
That's what I like.
Exactly. And when I was on live, I was telling the girl that she was like, "Oh, she was like, with the way you're talking to me, how come you?" I was like, "Listen, lady, it's called marketing. I'm a fucking
I
marketing."
know, yeah, I know how to get people turned.
Exactly. I know what the fuck I'm doing. I know everybody's super sensitive. I don't care. I don't care. Like, and I got in another video, I got a little backlash from. There was a gay guy. He was trying to give me advice. He was like, "Oh, sweetheart, you shouldn't do this." I was like, "First of all, sir, respectfully,
Respect.
respectfully, you are a homosexual man. There is nothing you could ever tell me that's
Everything.
credible, and I would take your advice." And I said, "Now, with that being said, I am not a homophobe." And somebody said in the comments, "Who the hell's ever scared of gay people? The word homophobic shouldn't exist." I said, "You got a good point there," but I'm just like saying, I made that clear. Of course, of course in the comments after I said made it clear I'm not a homophobe. I have family members that are gay. I don't, and I don't want to say friends because I don't I don't want to send them the wrong message. So I don't really have friends, but there's people that I communicate with. There's people that I've worked with in the past that follow me on Instagram. But
Yeah,
I made it very clear I'm not a homophobe. And right in the comment, it's the homophobia for
for
me.
me, for me,
It's the arrogance for me.
for me.
Oh, come on, man.
That's
It's like women. It's like literally women. It's like the video that I put up. They literally stitched words of a 60-second video. How do you break down more of a 60-second video And it's like that's how women hear. They hear what they want to hear, and then they equivocate everything. Like say if you said, "Oh, I seen a man killed yesterday while I was on the clock," and they'll twist that shit and play telephone, and next thing you know, he killed the man yesterday while he was at work on the clock.
But
I'm like,
wait a minute. No.
exactly. They hear what they want to hear, and then they twist it to their own fucking. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
It's just
it's
no fun to do.
that's one thing a lot of young 16, 18-year-old, gay women will do with my content is what they'll do is they'll take my words and they'll say, "Oh, this is perpetuating rape culture," right?
Mm.
So I made a video saying,
How? How? Yeah, explain that
yeah,
one.
so I made a video saying, "Listen, if you're on a dating app, Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, and you match with a woman and she says, 'Hey, look, you're a cool guy and all, but I don't want to go on a date with you because there's COVID-19.'" I said, drop the B word, drop her. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Now, girls saying that perpetuates rape culture because that's saying that men aren't entitled to a woman's body. I'm like, all I said was you should not engage with a woman because she doesn't want to see you during COVID. You should leave her alone, right? But they said rape culture. I
How
don't
does
know.
how does that even relate?
Listen. I'm gonna post this clip and you'll see in the comments below what they because trust me, they're coming. I like right now. It's almost like I'm the biggest like the she her community. I'm at their number one. Like I'm their public enemy number one. So it's
Uh,
like they'll find a way. They'll be in the comments right now. They'll drop them, and they're gonna
oh
say,
no, man, I might be coming for you because they, yo, it's like yo, I make videos that has nothing to do with like even dealing with relationships. Like I said something about downloading Robinhood, or the
"Oh, yeah,
broker,
yeah,
the,
of course, yeah,
the stock app, and I was like, guys, we got to be high value. These are one of the ways that you can start to work on your coin, working on your bag, focus on the bag,
yeah,
and women to comment, "Oh, you dusty. Oh, you look musty." Like, ma'am, I'm not even talking
talking."
about. Like, it's just like, yo, shit is crazy.
And it's crazy, man. There's women out there waiting for you to drop a video. Like they're waiting to say something.
Yeah, they follow me. Because as of lately, my followers have been going crazy. I'm like, all right, I get it. I'm pushing on content. Got a lot of people duetting me. And
Yeah,
another thing, stop. I stopped replying to people at this point because I was watching. I don't know if you've seen it. AMS and Kevin Samuels had did a video together,
yeah,
and
true.
that's like seeing Ninja Turtles meet Power Rangers. I was like, oh
Yeah,
my god, I gotta watch this shit. And they were talking about how when AMS first came onto the scene, he said that he indulged in like one thing, and then he said he just stopped replying to people because they were trying to use them for clout.
oh
And
yeah,
you
people
had,
love to use my name for clout.
yo, you had so many, and a lot of, I was surprised as many dudes. There was a lot of females, but also a lot of dudes that were just like, oh, yeah, you a coward, you a punk. Yeah, I know people like you. I'm just like, brother, come on now. We men. Like, how you going against the fraternity? You know what I'm saying? We supposed to be men, but you sounding like a simp. So I was just like, yo, I'm gonna stop replying to people. I'm only gonna reply to the comments that I want because before I was replying to every comment, like I'm like trying to get everybody. Da-da-da-da-da. No,
Yeah,
this. I'm like,
true.
how you sound stupid? Doesn't it? I never said that. I never said that. I
Yeah,
never
true.
said that. I was like, I can't. And it's really I can't because you shouldn't want to reply to everybody, but also I can't. Like it's
No,
becoming much now. Some of my videos are getting thousands of comments.
true.
I can't
Thousands.
do
Yeah, me too. So my response to that is my homies, when all these big content creators are coming for me, right? My friend said, bro, respond. And I told him, look, my goal is to provide men with value. How am I providing value going back and forth with these clout chasers, right?
and little did they're giving you more clout.
True.
They're
They're
talking
begin
about you and
yeah.
you're not talking about them. I think about it. I've had in the last day 20 people that try to stitch my video. That's 20 more pages on one. That's 20 more people that I have access to on your platform.
So that's what I'm saying to people. It's like, yo, the best way to kill a content creator is to stop caring about them.
Mhm.
That's the best way, but they don't get it. They don't
And then
get it.
and then they're gonna think you're more arrogant. Oh, who the hell is he? I got way more followers. Why wouldn't he reply to me? But
Nah, bro. No one got responsive. Not one big creator, not even small creators, get responses from me. There's this one black dude made a video about me. Made three in a day. And I commented, hey, bro, I hope you got the clout you're looking for. I hope these videos get you some views. Yeah, because most of his videos have like 50, 60, 100.
right,
He's probably, hey, let me go for the home run here. Everyone else is doing it.
right.
So I just I don't. I don't engage with them because listen, I'm just here to make content for my people and I'm out of here. I'm not
Right.
here to go back and forth with you guys because that's not listen, we can go back and forth until we're both blue in the face. I may say something, you say something, and no one wants to be the everyone wants the last word.
Right.
So it'd be counterintuitive, and plus we'll never agree. We'll never agree. We'll never come to a common ground.
And it's the smarter thing to do. Like you can't argue with people in the comments. And me, I'm super competitive, so I just like I
Yeah,
want to reply. And a lot of times it's just like logic. Like, bro, what are you saying? Like, you don't like, but you can't. And it's the smarter thing to do. Hearing that, I'm glad I listened to that today, and it just made me think like, wow, like they're helping me. I'm not helping them. This makes a lot of sense. So
yeah,
yeah.
man. They're all promoting, and my favorite messages where people are screen recording my content, taking it to Snapchat, and they're posting it. Girls saying, "Oh,
Mhm.
this is how you think. Unfollow me." So guys like, hold on, he's spitting some facts. So they go,
Right.
they go to my page. Like, hey, bro, I found you by girls legit talking shit about you, and I found and like, you're the truth. It's like, see, y'all girls think you're trying to bring me down, but you're really giving me more support. The best way to
Right.
kill my channel off is to stop paying attention, but they can't because they love us. We give
Right.
them, we give them we give them something to talk about. We give them something to say because their lives are boring. Their lives are boring as hell. So we make content. It's the point, the peak of their day. I can't wait to get my rocks off in his comment section. I can't wait to go to all his videos and leave nasty comments and get all this hate out of my heart.
Right. And that's why I don't block them. So some of them I block. Like if somebody's saying something purposely deceptive, like I don't know, I don't know where they were getting this notion from that I still lived at home. I don't know. Maybe because I do rent out a basement or something like that.
Yeah,
But it's a fully furnished basement, bathroom, closet. I got a bed, refrigerator,
yeah.
stove. It's a fully furnished basement. I like it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh yeah, they
And
say
a
like
lot,
some about your ceiling.
yeah. Your ceiling is low. He still lives at home. I'm like, I don't know where
Why
you
does
get.
that?
And then like I'm talking about on the video, like how to like, saying counteract, disrespectful woman or something like that. It's like, yo, that's taking away from the whole video. Like, let me just delete that comment. A lot of times I don't block them because it's just stupid. It's like, it's
Bro,
just
I be
no.
blocking people. Here's my rule: the R word, the RAPE, you're out, you're cut, you're done.
Mhm.
You that that
Right,
that's the gulag. You get sent to the gulag.
right,
Or
right,
if you start starting arguments, for example, say I posted a video 2 weeks ago, and they start going in the comments and responding to every person who agrees with me. They start just going just down the line, blocked, gulag, right? And it's just like, or this, they write one comment, then they go two, basically writing their novel. Like, girl, I love the effort, but that's the gulag. Like,
I'm pretty sure that probably pisses them off because they took all their time to do that
all
just to
that time
realize, wow,
blocked.
you
Or
got to do it.
and I love it when this happens probably. And I know I will never get to see their face. They leave all their comments. I know they're sharing my content. Hey, check this guy out. It's defund. What? What? Here, you go on your phone. Like to see
Uh-huh.
their face, like
Uh-huh.
they couldn't wait to show my content to their friends. They can get their rocks off in the comments and say mean things about me, and they
Mhm.
can't. I took that privilege away from them, and now they're probably upset. They can no longer engage with defund simping.
I do that sometimes I'll
Yeah,
just to
sometimes.
I'll comment on a girl's picture. I'm like, listen, you need to watch your mouth before I take the privilege of you from commenting on my page.
Yeah, I'll take it away from you.
Arrogant. Who do you think you are? You might as well block me now. Okay, block.
Gulag. Go to
And
gulag.
it's the setup because they're like, you get him heated first. It's like he really thinks that he is somebody. Like, who
Yep.
do you think you are? And honestly, like earlier, I was saying, I'm done replying to people. And I told the guys in comments, I was like, when you see girls saying shit, tell them I'm better than you. Tells them that you don't have the comprehension or the intellect to understand what he's saying. I told them to say little shit to piss them off because they're not here to make sense of things. They're not here
No,
for
no.
to meet a middle grounds. They're here to talk shit and to try to insult. They're leading with insults. So I was like, you know what, just insult them. Because that's the only thing you're gonna get out of it. But I can't reply to them. I can't. I have to be above this. I have to because it's a waste of time. And you get caught up on TikTok, man. This shit time consuming.
I got to the point, especially during the thickness of them trying to cancel me. I see 1,000 comments, all this stuff. I just hit the button to refresh it and then not look at one comment. It felt amazing. It's almost like it's like there's this war on my account and I'm just like oblivious.
Ignoring everything.
I
And then
ignore everybody.
you know what it is? And then if I reply to one of the guys' comments, they're like, "Oh, you could reply to this comment, but you ignore everything." Yes. So what?
Yes,
I do what
yes.
I want. It's my fucking page. All right,
All
no
right,
problem.
guys. So hey, man, we chopped it up, man, with Nation Hip Hop. I hope y'all enjoy that podcast. I feel like he's a like minded brother. Make sure y'all go to his channel, support him. Nation Hip Hop, right? Nation Hip Hop.
Yeah, Nation Hip Hop,
Make sure y'all
absolutely.
support him.
Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah, make sure y'all support him. Go in his comment section and show love, man, because his brother's just trying to let men know what we need to have standards on. And I agree with him, man. But you have a good day, bro. You stay blessed.
All right, man. Same to you.
Like, all right.